Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of first impressions. Now these products aren't necessarily all new, they are new to me. So I've never tried any of these products before. I literally bought them, put them in a box and left them until I do this video. I also have a new beauty sponge to try out and some new brushes. So yeah, without further ado, please like and subscribe to my channel and let's get into the video. So the brushes I'm going to be using for this video is this BH Cosmetics Signature Rose Gold 13-piece brush set. They look like this. Basically look like this. They're in a lovely little case, a little holder, and these are the brushes. My boyfriend actually bought these brushes for me for my Christmas present, but I begged and begged and begged him and he gave me them early, so thank you so much. And the makeup sponge we're going to be using is also a BH Cosmetics sponge. This is the BH Studio Pro Beauty Sponge. It's quite small, it looks like this. I normally use the Real Techniques beauty sponge. This one's very dirty at the minute because I've been using it quite a lot and I haven't washed it yet. Yeah, so I'm going to be trying out this BH Cosmetics sponge. I am just going to go and wet this sponge and I will be right back. So I have fully wet the sponge, squeezed out the excess, and it got quite a bit larger. It's still more firm than the Real Techniques one. This one's a bit more squidgy and this one's a bit more firm, but we're going to give it a fair shot. I'm just going to pin this bit of hair out the way with a clip. My face has been washed and moisturised already. So this is what the brushes look like in their little pot. I will list everything in the description box below with the prices of things so you guys know how much everything was, because off the top of my head I don't know how much this all was. So first thing we're going to go in with is this NYX Angel Veil primer. I get so excited when I try new products. Oh, it's gone all watery. Ugh, where's my tissue? I'm going to like mush it around a bit to mix it up a bit. That's more like it. That primer has made my skin feel quite soft. It's a little bit tacky as well, which obviously is quite good because that means the foundation will stick to it. So far I am quite liking this NYX Angel Veil primer. So next we're going to do a foundation, and for foundation I'm going to be using this e.l.f. oil-free SPF 15 sun cream foundation. I got it in the shade Sand because they didn't have my shade, so I had to go the next one down, unfortunately. I'm hoping it's the right shade. I was watching Manny MUA put this foundation on the other day and it's quite sheer, so let's see. So I'm going to pump this onto my face. I'm just going to use the BH Cosmetics sponge just to blend it in. So my thoughts on this foundation, I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but I wouldn't quite say it's sheer. I think it's like light to medium. It has covered up a little bit of my skin. It's kind of evened my skin tone out a little bit. You can still see a little bit of redness in my cheeks and you know where spots and blemishes and things are, and obviously my under eye circles, I can never get rid of those no matter what I do, so that's, you know, fine. But for the first coat of foundation, I think it's alright. It's quite nice. It's got a nice sheen to it, a nice glow to it. So you look quite healthy. But yeah, it's really evened me out. So I'm going to do a little bit more just to see if it is buildable or not. So I would say this foundation is buildable. I do feel like it is sort of the wrong shade for me, as you can probably see, but the more I put on, obviously the darker it's getting. So I don't think I'm going to put any more on, but I do quite like the way it's made my skin look. It hasn't emphasised too much of my texture, and it hasn't really sunken into my pores yet, but give it time, you never know. And the thoughts on this sponge is, it is a lot firmer than the Real Techniques sponge that I'm used to, and I do feel like I'm beating my face a bit more than usual, but it has done a really nice job of blending. I can't see any difference from blending between this sponge and the Real Techniques sponge. They're both equally the same at blending, but this one is just a lot firmer, and it's just like you know what I mean? So yeah, but we're going to carry on using it. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. It's still in the box. This is in the shade Fair Neutral. It's quite light. I haven't used this yet, so we're going to put it on my skin. Oh, it's dropping everywhere. I'm going to put this on my skin and see what happens. It has a sort of a funny smell to it. It sort of smells like chemicals and paint. So I'm going to leave this for a minute just while I explain what I want to do next. I'm going to bake. So for baking, I'm going to use this RCMA No Colour Powder. Oh, I haven't got a fancy like makeup palette thing to deposit things onto, so I'm just going to use this DVD case and just put it on the DVD case. Basically, what I'm going to do with my BH sponge, I'm going to blend out one of my under eyes. Then as soon as I blended it out, I'm going to get the powder and whack it on straight away. I have a tendency to crease quite a bit under my eyes, and I find that if I leave the concealer after I've blended it out and go and blend the rest of my face off, it will start to crease almost immediately. So I'm going to blend one eye, get the powder, put the powder on, and then do the other eye. I'll show you. Whew. That is a really finely milled powder. I feel like I'm inhaling it. I look kind of crazy. Basically, so what I've done is I've blended out the concealer, and as I've blended out the concealer, I've put powder on to bake my under eyes, and then I've done the same again for my chin, my lines around my mouth and my nose. I get quite oily throughout the day, so I find that when I do bake, my makeup does set quite well for the whole day. I'm quite an expressionate person, like I'm always moving my face and like smiling and, you know, frowning and stuff like that. So I find that if I set my lines and my under eyes and things with the bake, then it won't crease as bad. So fingers crossed it works. So far this RCMA powder has been quite nice. It is very finely milled. It does fly everywhere. It's gone all over my top. I shouldn't have worn a black top, but so far so good, I suppose. Then I'm just going to take this BH Cosmetics brush. It's the #1 brush. This is the big fluffy brush. And I'm going to take a little bit of the powder that's left on this little tray. And I'm just going to dust it like lightly around my cheeks, stippling it on, just to set the rest of my foundation. I need to set my foundation because I get oily, so next are brows. I'm kind of a bit scared of this brow product, I won't lie. It is the NYX Eyebrow Gel. I got it in the shade Brunette. So basically you just squeeze a bit out on your hand, and then you use a eyebrow brush. There's an angled brush, and you paint your brows basically. It's really bizarre. So I'm just going to deposit this on my hand. Oh god, okay. And I'm just going to use this BH Cosmetics #13 brush. It's basically a spoolie, and just brush my brows. And then I'm going to go in with this #11 brush, a little angled brush. So then with the product, I'm going to basically paint my eyebrows. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Wow, they are big eyebrows. I'm just gonna try and brush through them again with the spoolie. They are like stuck on, like, my goodness. I feel like with this product there's no need to use a brow gel because they ain't going nowhere. Oh, I'm just gonna really quickly go in with a bit of that concealer again and a flat brush just to clean them up a little bit because I feel like they could be a bit cleaner. That I'll have to do. I have gone in hard with these eyebrows. So my thoughts on this NYX Eyebrow Gel. I mean, if you like this kind of brow, very bold and in your face and just bam, I feel like this is really good for like an Instagram brow. For me, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. I'm not sure if I would use this over my eyebrow pencils. I like it, but maybe not for every day. So we're going to kick off the rest of this powder now. I'm just going to use the same brush that I used to put it on there. I'm just going to buff it off. It says it's a no colour powder, but I feel like it has made my skin a little bit lighter, which I'm not mad about because the foundation we used was a little bit too dark for my skin. So I feel like now it's sort of matching with my pale ass skin tone. Because we are so matte and I feel like I'm a little bit powdery right now, I am going to use this new product. It's not new, but it's new to me. The Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Mist. Something in that spray is making me sneeze. I think the combination of all this powder and that spray is really making me sneeze. But that setting spray really did smell lovely. A very, very fine mist. But it has made my skin look less powdery. It's not put any dewiness on my skin, but well, less powdery, so it's always good. Next, we're going to do a little bit of contouring. Now, I have these two new to me little palettes. They're both from ELF. The first is this Total Face palette. Looks like this. So you've got like a bronzer, contour, two blushes and a highlight. And the next is this little duo. It's like this. It's the Fiji matte one. So you've got a bronzer and a blush. I think I'll try this bronzer out first as a contour. I feel like it's a little bit more cool toned, I think. So I'm just going to take this BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. It's a really small brush, and just swirl it in and just... Wow! Would you look at that? I feel like Maleficent with her chiseled cheekbones. That's nuts, that's crazy. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit on my temples. You really do have to build this product up because in first couple of dabs and you going into your skin, nothing really shows up. But then if you keep building it and building it, you get this really nice colour. I'm going to carve out my jaw. And I'm going to do my nose because it's looking very plain and very big and bulbous right now. I'm just going to blend my nose bit in with the big fluffy brush we used a minute ago. I know it's a very stark line and a very harsh contour, but I'm actually really loving it. We're going to bronze up the face in a minute as well, so that will help blend in the contour, but it's not a perfect grey undertone that I like. It is a little bit on the orangey side, but I am really enjoying it. This product, this one here, and this brush together, I think I've found my new favourite contouring kit, let's say. Loving it. Yes. So we're going to do a bit of bronzer now to help blend in this contour a little bit, and I'm going to take this this flat top brush. It is the number 3 brush, and I want to take the bronzer colour from this little palette. I'm just going to buff this around sort of the points of your face where the sun would hit and you would naturally bronze. So just on the cheeks here and on the forehead a bit more. One thing I will say is be careful not to use too much because you don't want it to go too muddy. I'm going to do my ear as well, because on me my ears always go brown. So people don't normally do this, but I'm going to put a little dab just on like my chin bit as well, just because I am feeling quite pale. So I do want to, you know, bronze it up a little bit. I'm feeling really good about this. Oh. And with the same brush we did with the bacon that, I'm just going to go under here just to kind of clean up under there a little bit. Now we're going to do blush, and I want to use a blush from this palette. So I think I'm going to go in with this one just here, the top one if you will, next to the highlighter, on this BH Cosmetics number 2 brush. Nothing's really coming off onto the brush. Okay, there we go. Give it a little scrape and it will come off. This is a really quite nice colour actually. It's kind of peachy, sort of a natural colour. You have to really build it up though, because literally nothing is coming off onto my skin, and I've got quite pale skin, so normally most things show up. But once you get it on your skin, it is quite a nice natural flushed cheek colour. Okay, and that's all for those palettes. For highlight I'm going to be using something else. I've got this Laura Geller Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminizer in the shade Gilded Honey. I've heard so many people raving about this highlighter, so I thought I just had to try it. It's so gorgeous. I do have quite pale skin, as you can tell, so I'm hoping this doesn't go crazy gold on my skin, but you know, it'll be alright. And I'm going to use this number 5 brush by BH Cosmetics, obviously. I'm going to go in quite lightly first and just swirl my brush around. I'm kind of a bit nervous. Nothing is happening. Oh, there we go. It's coming slowly. I think this might have a spray over. Once you get rid of the spray over, then it finally arrives on your face. It's very subtle, which I like in a highlighter. Sometimes I like to have a big bam highlighter, like in your face, look at me. But sometimes I do just like to have just a subtle glow, you know? But it does have a spray over on it, I do believe. And once that spray over it has gone, it's actually showing up on my skin and actually doing something. And to be honest with you, considering I'm so pale, I don't feel like this is too much of a dark colour, you know what I mean? It is nice. I don't think it's showing the texture on my skin that much, but it does have quite a bit of glitter in it. It is quite a glittery highlighter, but it is quite pretty as well. So maybe use it in smaller doses, I don't know, but it is pretty and I do think I will use it again. And so next we're going to go on to our eyes, and I want to use this new to me Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-Hour Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. That was a mouthful, wasn't it? Be sure that when you use new products, especially if they're in a tube, to give them a bit of a squeeze and a bit of like a mix up and a shake up, because every tubed thing so far I have used has come out really watery and they just need a really good mix up. So let's do that. Okay, that's much better. Right, I'm just going to apply this with my fingers. This shadow primer feels quite watery when you first apply it, but then as you pat it in, it goes quite silicone-y, and that's obviously good because you want your shadows to stick. It's also rubbing away my foundation and concealer and powder that I put on my eyes, so that's not good. So for my eyes, I am very, very, very excited about this part. I've been waiting for this part. Oh, I'm going to be using the new BH Cosmetics Shaaanxo The Remix palette. I love Shaaanxo. I love watching her videos. I literally watch every single one of her videos. When she came out with her first palette, the Shaaanxo palette, I was quite excited to get it, but I didn't get it because I knew that although I would probably use the shadows to death, I would probably, unfortunately, never touch the lipstick side. So I decided not to get it. I was quite bummed and I kept putting it off and off and off, and then she came out with this new palette. And this is right up my street because it's all shadows. 18 colour shadow palette. And a plus is she has included the old shadows in this palette as well. So I'm still getting the shadows from the first palette, but instead of the lipsticks, I'm getting new shadows. Yes! That's my little rave. That's me raving. So I'm super duper excited to use this palette. So to start off with, I'm going to use some of the older shadows, and then I might venture over to the new side, and this red and this pink are kind of calling my name. So, well, to be honest with you, all of it is. I really like these shades at the top here as well. Oh, I just don't know what to start with now. I'm going to dust off this brush we used for our highlight. So first, I'm going to use this number 5 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade here. This is Clarity, and this is going to go all over my lid as a sort of transition base colour kind of thing. So next we're going to go into the shade Buttercup, this yellowy shade here, on the same brush, and this is going to be, oh my god, that came on the brush wow fast. Oh wow, that's a lot of pigment. Okay, so this is going to be our sort of crease and lid transition shade. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. Really nice yellowy smoky bit on the top. I'm going to flip over to the new side, and I'm going to go in with this shade here called Need You on this number 6 brush. When I press my brush into the pan, there's quite a bit of fallout there, but that's alright because that means that it is a pigmented shadow, so that's good. I'm just going to put this colour in the crease as well. This colour is building up really quickly and really nicely. It is also blending out lovely as well, which is lovely. I'm going to go in with the first brush and just buff it out a bit. I really like that colour, that blended out really nicely. I feel like I really want to do a really dark eye, but then I've got like a dark lip colour to try. Should I just do both? Dark eyes and dark lips? Why not? It's autumn, it's winter, winter colours, let's do it. So I'm going to go in with the number 6 brush again, and I want to go in with the shade Stalker, this middle one just here. And this is going to go in my crease also, and possibly everywhere else as well. Oh, that colour's so pretty. That blended well fast. Look at that! I'm going to use this flat number 7 brush, and I'm going to go into the same shade, and this is just going to go on my eyelid. So that colour is just beautiful! Okie dokie! Next, I'm going to use this shade right here. It's called Vampette, and this is just going to go into our crease and really darken that up. I'm going to put it on the outer V as well. I'm just going in with Buttercup again just to blend out the edges really quick. I'm really loving this. I do, however, want to add some shimmers. So we have abundance of shimmers in here. What one should I go for? I kind of want to use Glow Baby, this one just here. I'm going to wipe off this flat brush that I used, the number 7, and I'm going to spray it with a bit of the Kat Von D setting mist just to wet it a bit. And I'm going to go in with Glow Baby. Oh, hello. I can see why she called it Glow Baby. Because it is popping. That is really quite something, that one. I really like that. I'm going to go back in with the number 6 brush and the shade Stalker, that really mauvey red, and just going to blend out the lines of that shimmer. If you use this palette, please make sure to tap off the excess because it is fallout. It does have fallout. Next, I'm going to go in with even more glow. I'm going to use this number 10 brush and I want to go into the shade Island Glow just here. This is a little pencil brush and I'm going to use this to do my inner corner with. And I'm also going to use this pencil brush to go into the shade Stalker again. And this is going to go in my lower lash line. I'm going to buff it out with this little buffy smudgy brush number 8 with a little bit of Buttercup. I'm just going to use that flat brush that we used to put on this shimmer at the top and go into Island Glow and just see if I can intensify the inner corner a little bit more. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit closer so you can get a better look at my eyes. So my first impressions on that palette is, it is a very good palette. I do really enjoy it. It does have quite a bit of fallout, unfortunately, but not enough that you can't work with it like the Subculture palette. Like, it's a nice amount of fallout. Does that make sense? But it is safe to say I will definitely 100% be using that palette again. Okay, next we're going to do some liner, and I've got this NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It's just a brush tip applicator, which I do love. I find these really easy to use, so let's apply this. Quite an easy, nice line, isn't it? Let's attempt a wing. I always do one side of my wing really nicely, and then I go to do the other side and then I mess it up, and I clean that up and it looks nothing like this side, and then I have to go do this side and then they end up looking nothing like each other. That liquid eyeliner from NYX was quite easy to use, it's just my stupid hands can't grasp eyeliner. Oh, but no, I do like the eyeliner and I will be using that again. Next for lashes, so mascara, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This mascara has been around for so long, but I have never tried it, so I'm really excited to try it today and see what the hype is. I do really love Too Faced. I have a couple of their eyeshadow palettes, obviously this and their Shadow Insurance, and so far I love. So let's see if I love this as well. Wow, that's a big wand. Okay, so the wand looks like this. It's fairly big and a funny shape, but let's see. So this is with one coat. I'm gonna do another coat now over the top. Okay, yeah, I'm loving. Let me zoom you in so you can get a better look. Yeah, so I can see the hype. I am loving this mascara. I will 110% use this again. So lastly, I am going to be doing my lips, and I've done quite a dark eye and I've got quite a dark lipstick to try. So this is the lipstick that I'm going to be trying. It's the Makeup Revolution liquid lipstick in the shade Royal. Really dark colour, but I do also have this Makeup Revolution lipstick in Rose Gold Chauffeur. It's this shade just here. So this is quite a nice nudie colour, so I'm going to be trying this first, and then afterwards I'll wipe it off and then put the dark one on top so you can see what it looks like. So let's apply this. Don't have any lip liner to match this, so I'm just going to go straight in with the lipstick. Why not? Okay, so I really like this lip colour. I think it looks really nice with this eye, actually. It's a really nice nude. It's my kind of nude. This is my kind of nude. Like slightly browny, mauvey, pinky kind of nude. I'm not really one for those concealer lips. So I like how it's got a slight sheen. I find when it's got a slight sheen, it's really moisturising, and it also makes your lips look a little bit bigger because of the sheen. So yeah, I'm really liking this lip colour. Okay, so let's wipe this off and let's put the dark one on. Ooh. This liquid lipstick also comes with a lip liner. They're kind of a dupe for the Kylie lip kits, but a heck of a lot cheaper. So this is the lip liner. Let's go in with this first. Okay, so that's the lip liner. It's quite creamy, quite a nice lip liner, so that's a good start. Now let's go in with the liquid lipstick. Look how dark this is. Oh my god, I'm quite scared. This lip colour is really nice. It is a little bit patchy. Yeah, it is quite patchy. I don't know whether I would wear this on the regular. Maybe for like Halloween maybe, or if I'm feeling really daring, but I do like the Makeup Revolution liquid lipstick kits in the lighter, more nude shades, so I think I will stick to them and maybe leave this for a special occasion, because I can't really see me wearing this on the regular, but it does look quite nice. It's a little bit patchy. And also with dark lipstick, I always find that when I apply them really messily as well, so bit nerve-wracking. So this is the finished makeup look. Quite pretty, quite nice. I'm in love with the eyes. I do prefer this lipstick over this colour, so I probably will take this off in a bit and put this back on. I feel a bit more comfortable with that, but this is drying down quite matte, and it's a little bit sticky, but I feel like it's going to be really, really long wearing. My battery is flashing at me right now, so I need to go. So I hope you enjoyed this first impressions makeup look. I pretty much liked everything I tried, so that's a good thing, except maybe this lipstick, but we'll see. So please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Leave a comment down below on what makeup item you thought looked best, and thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!